Alright, so this is my machine all set up. I've got my quilt completely basted, which is going to keep everything nice and taut. So that if I'm quilting in this area, I'm not pulling from it. I've got it all stabilized so that everything stays nice and flat. And I start on the left side because that's the way I draw, is from left to right. So I have it all set up and I'm going to start quilting. And it is noisy, but it's kind of cool how it rolls. I have it set in what's called a regulated stitch. So it's giving me 10 stitches per inch. And it reads my motion. So here we go. So you can see I just kind of move it across as I drive. And that is the stitching. So this is called a meander. And it's just it's a pretty simple drawing because I can't really talk and quilt at the same time. I have to think. But there's lots of different patterns that you can do and lots of different designs. Feathers are one that's real fancy, so I'll take some pictures of those and then Miss Amy can show them to you. Here, let me see if I can try this to drive it while I'm showing you. So I'm just making sure that I fill in everything, and I want to make sure that there's not a lot of extra space so that it holds really tight. And then I just quilted myself into a corner. So what I'm going to do is just run along the top here because that will be under the basting and no one will ever know. And then I can start back quilting right here. One of the first things that's real fun to learn is how not to quilt yourself into a corner. So I will just continue quilting that all the way down to the end. And then my quilt is all rolled up on these rolls right here. So when I get down to this end, I will unlatch my rollers and I'll use this top roller here and advance the quilt to the unquilted section. And then I'll start all over again.